Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I'm your boy Penn.
I'm your boy Pops.
What the hell is going down, y'all? Your favorite sports and news talk show.
Hey.
It's the daytime.
It's the daytime. I have the day off today, so I'm like, you know what? Let's get some good lighting for this episode.
We do. The lighting is the best when you're shooting the day. And to be completely honest, I'm the most awake and more excited than shooting at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
I just took my alpha brain pill, so I'm like really coherent and like alert. What's that? You know,
I got a gummy.
Yeah.
And I got my vape pen. So in about 30 minutes, I'm going to be on freaking fire. But episode 26.
Episode 26.
Mulkey Madness is what I decided to name this one. Is April 4th, 2023, which means we're going to drop on April 7th, Friday at 10 a.m. How you feeling, man? This is dope. It feels good today.
Yeah, feels good. I've been working, man. I've been working.
You been grinding, bro?
Been grinding. Yeah, I got my domain set up for my new coaching business. Pinnacle Professional Coaching is the name of my business. Thank you. Shout outs to Tej on that one. She came up with that.
What is it again?
Pinnacle Professional Coaching. So I'll go by Pinnacle Pro.
Pinnacle Professional Coaching. PPC. Word up.
So yeah, got my domain done. I'm working on the social media. I was trying to switch my Mindful Instagram page over to Pinnacle Coaching because I'll kind of just do both on that. But then you can't like update a username and then like the other part name because you have to wait like 14 days. Got to check into the savings.
For sure. The way the shit's set up.
So I'm just going to create a new one because I'm not waiting 14 days.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not waiting 14 days.
But it's available.
Yeah. Or I could wait for it because I did like the just Pinnacle_Pro coaching, which is what I will have on Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to do a link tree so people can book with me.
Pinnacle_Pro_coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pinnacle_Pro_coaching. Yeah, I fucks with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Pinnacle Pro. So that's coming. Working on getting everything set up right so people can book and do that one. My goal is by June 1st, I'm taking clients.
I love that Tej is helping you and mentoring you through that. You guys are working through that together.
I got the gnat. Take my baby out the gnat.
I do though. I love that you have someone you can call, i.e. big shouts to Tej, our mom, that you can call and be like, yo, help her brother out. And she's walking you through that. That shit's dope, man.
Yep.
Big ups to you. Personally, I'm super fantastic. I have absolutely zero complaints, and we could all complain about something stupid, but like y'all would be like, get the hell out of here with that because there's real life shit going on. But like, I genuinely am walking on a cloud. I tell people all the time, everything that I do is dope. Every time I get to the gym on Monday, people are like, how's your weekend? I'm like, come on, man, how was my weekend? What did I tell you? Your weekend was dope. Why? Because all you do is dope shit. It's true. I'm surrounded by phenomenal people. Every meeting I go to, I'm excited. I'm excited for this every 2 weeks. Like, my life is absolutely dope. I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed. All I do is dope shit, man. What you looking at? All I do
is win, 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 no matter what.
Wow. Yep.
Trying to figure out.
And we stay there. And we stay there.
Up, down, up, down, up, down.
He's awake today. What you looking up, Keisha? What you got?
Oh, no, I'm just logging into our Twitter.
Oh, snarf.
At the same time. So if I feel the need to tweet.
I love that about you.
Instead of the need to speed, I will go ahead and tweet out.
We have a new addition to the backdrop. We have a new addition back there. We got a Colts, what is that? Not only is that a Colts flag, but it is also a cape. So you might find your boy Penn. You might find me rocking that at an away game. I won't wear it home because people know me there. But I might wear it to an away game.
Yeah. And, we've seen how the dark road that comes to people that dress up for games, they turn into bank robbers and then go on the run and everything.
We're going to tell you a story real quick before we talk about the show summary, because this is an absolute true, am I lying what I'm about to say? Is what I'm about to say a lie? An absolutely factual freaking story. So, it may be the only game that Pops went with me to, quite truthfully, but Kansas City Chiefs game, right? Is that what it was?
I think I went to 2.
So it was a Chiefs game.
Yeah.
We pulled up on the Chiefs game together, right?
Yeah.
We're walking to the stadium, having a great time. And we come past what is like a gorilla mascot or whatever the hell is he? A wolf?
He's a wolf.
He's a wolf. Come past the wolf mascot. You guys have seen this wolf mascot 118 times. You know exactly who I'm talking about. We walk past the wolf mascot. The wolf mascot is taking mad pictures. Everybody's coming up to him. Everybody's stopping him. Can we? I look at Pops for like half a second. And what do I say? Nah, some don't feel right. Some don't feel right, man. I don't want a picture with that wolf. Walk away, mind our own business, have a great game, beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and about a week later, we find out that this fool, the bank is the mascot is a bank robber and like commits fraud. Look at he's looking him up now. The mystery of the Kansas City superfan charged with robbery. This fool's a crazy fool. I'm so happy we didn't take a picture.
Yeah, and then I sent him a tweet. I think it was last week that I saw where what's that?
Coming time.
I sent a tweet to him last week where I saw like he escaped and like he was on the run or something like that. And all of this time, for some odd reason in my head, I picture him in his uniform.
You see him in his uniform just running
with one of them ankle bracelets on his thing, like they can't catch me.
Climbing over barbed wired fences and stuff,
just with the Chiefs flag, just.
Exactly. That's exactly. I don't see the guy. I see him in the uniform.
I don't even care what he looks like.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So that's what happened. Show summary, dog.
Yeah, we got a little bit of stuff going on around the world.
Real talk.
Okay.
Zach Pops texted me today and told me he is absolutely excited for this show because the content on this one, we got a good one in store.
Yeah, I like it.
Go.
Show summary. We got MLB stuff going on. That'll be a short one. Women's Final Four.
Just started, man. Come on.
It just started. There's not a lot to talk about yet.
For sure.
Hall of Fame inductees. Men's Final Four, WWE, UFC partnership, Pacers and Colts, all kinds of shit. We got some stuff to talk about.
We got some stuff, man. We got some stuff. Few shout outs real quick. I just want to give this one because I dropped a new music video and I am so grateful. I don't put out music very often. I don't talk about my music very often, but I had to drop this last Monday Mayhem to finish the project. Put a music video together with my homie Will Fairbanks, and we dropped that last Monday, and I am so thankful to everyone who shared it, tweeted it, commented, went and watched it. The feedback has been incredible. I'm so grateful. It's probably one of my favorite projects as a solo hip-hop artist, if I can be honest with you. So yeah, big shout outs to y'all. The video is doing great.
If you didn't watch it, you should, because it was phenomenal. So I remember the first time he played that track for me like a year ago, and he sent it to me, and then I was like, I gotta show people this because this is ridiculous. Like,
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Big ups to those out there hosting the podcast, sports show, daily journal, the content creators, videographers, photographers, content writers, analysts, reporters. We have so much respect for your work and efforts. We do this as well, and we're getting more and more into it every single time we do a new episode. So we're realizing the hard work. With that said, we're talking to the real ones, not the assholes out there that be looking for clickbait, and not the jerk offs who just do this just for attention and self-indulgence. This is to the real people out there who really put the work in everywhere. So big ups to y'all. Also, big ups to women's basketball, man. Both women's basketball, both college, WNBA, the game is improving, being watched more and more, and it's about freaking time. These ladies can hoop, and they deserve some damn respect on their names.
Absolutely.
So big ups to women's basketball as a whole. Hell yeah, that's all I got, bro.
Yeah.
Around the corner.
Around the corner.
It's around the corner. Is that Speedway?
I think it is, right?
On the move, on your way. The convenient talk of the NBA. Woo!
All right, corner shop.
Around the world, baby. Let's get it.
Opening day. MLB, there's not, like I said, it's just started. Dodgers are 3-2 right now, so 5 games in. There's not a whole lot to really talk about. I'm not going to talk about standings. I'm not going to talk about this.
You're going to talk about 4-1, 3-2.
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. The biggest thing that is new with the MLB is the new pitch clock.
I'm so thankful for this.
The rules state, it's a new pitch clock rule state. The pitcher gets 15 seconds to begin with the motion to throw the ball with the bases empty and 20 seconds with runners on base. I don't know if you've watched the games in the previous seasons where a pitcher can take as long as he really wants and say no to whatever pitch the catcher's saying.
Over again.
Timeout. Let's go out and talk about it. I've seen it take a minute and 30 seconds before he throws a pitch, and the batter then can call timeout, and then it restarts again.
And by then, I'm watching Bad Boys on TNT.
Right. So, if he can't do that in that amount of time, he gets charged with the ball. The hitter, however, must also be ready to go in the batter's box. He must be facing and looking at the pitcher within 8 seconds left on the cock. Not on the cock. Not 8 seconds left on the cock. That's just a weird analogy. 8 seconds left on the clock, you get charged a strike if not. So, also have 30 seconds in between batters, not the whole like coming on deck and swinging it.
Oh, they're speeding this shit up.
They're speeding it up
for sure.
Pace of play has been shaved about a half an hour with the change.
Okay.
I'd say on average, games were lasting about 320 to 315 last year. They're down to about 240, 245 right now.
Yep.
Which is great.
What do you need it to be at? What's a baseball game for you that you can sit through?
I played baseball, so
that's true.
Like
It's true.
Different for me. I will always say this though: I didn't get into casually watching baseball on TV or whatever until I got a little bit older, into high school, watching it at the Tinklenberg house and all that kind of stuff.
No doubt.
Getting to see it, like the passion that Glenn, his dad, watched the Dodgers and yelled at the TV, and I'm like, man, he's really yelling at the TV like I would yell at an NBA or an NFL game.
Fair.
And then talk to him about it and the rules, but it's also like most baseball fans connect baseball with memories of their childhood.
A cajillion %.
Right? So it's most like, I just remember dad or grandpa taking me and talking about
the hot dogs in the stadium. Like,
it's
for sure.
That's
the nostalgia is real.
The nostalgia part of that, I think, is what draws a lot of people to just constantly watch it. The fans of MLB will stay fans because they have that nostalgia feel to it.
No doubt.
I grew into a different just understanding of the chess match that is baseball, and really, really enjoyed that.
The strategy of baseball.
Exactly.
Snarf.
But with that rule change, I can actually just stand to watch a little bit more.
I dig it.
It's eliminated unnecessary lag. But my question is, do you think that this will help get more casual fans? I don't know.
Oh no, man. I think it depends on what you mean by casual fan.
Like if I'm changing through some channels and I see a baseball team and I'm like, let's see what's going on in this. What's the score at this? So it's 1-1. So will I pause and stop?
No.
Okay.
No, because I think in order to become the only thing that made baseball super duper interesting for the quote unquote casual fan, the last thing I remember doing that was the Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa home run hitting
90.
You know what I mean? That's the last time where casual fans were like, yo, I just want to check in and see if they're going to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not going to, because it's the pitch clock, that's not going to make me like stop it and watch baseball anymore. Yeah. Is that it?
Do you like to go to games?
Love going to games.
Love going to games. You'll go to Clippers. Is that what we have?
No
Clippers.
doubt. I'll go to a game. I'll go to the Indians game. I'll go to any baseball stadium and hang out anytime.
Yeah.
But on TV, there's no way in the world I'm doing that.
Yeah. Is it like golf? Like you can't watch golf?
I cannot watch golf.
Yeah. Golf
on
or
TV.
Hockey. Oh, I love watching golf on TV.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't mind that it's background, you know what I'm saying? If I look up and see blah, 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 but like to sit there and watch it, absolutely not. And be focused on it, no way in the world I could do that.
Yeah.
It's just not amusing to me. And I like, I'll probably go check out the memorial for a day.
Yeah.
But that's more for the connections and the networking and the kicking it and the drinking, because Brittany's working. Like, I'm going to go kick it.
Yeah.
And I'll see some golf.
Right.
But I'm not going to the golf tournament. I'm going to kick it and check out some golf.
I forgot to say Masters are this weekend. Should have put that in the... Maybe we'll talk about it in the fine print. Maybe we'll
probably... It's our effing show, so you just have to sit there and wait.
Wing shot? That's all I
wing shot. You had a question in here for me, but it's okay.
I asked it.
Oh, okay, good.
Would
good,
that
good.
change?
Oh, snarf.
Would that make you watch anything?
I'm more excited to talk about the wing shot.
All right, sounds good.
Women's Final Four. I'm going to try to speed through this as fast as I can because there's a lot to cover, but phenomenal Final Four. Like, if not for the Hall of Fame, this would probably be the top of the key to me. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal March Madness
honestly,
tournament.
Between those two, I was kind of back and forth on which one we wanted to say. I didn't care if we put it at top of the key.
No doubt.
This was the most focused season I've been on women's basketball in a long time. Mainly OSU being in there and just like, I got to, having the connection with, what's her name?
Sheldon, JC.
Going to Kaufman, graduated from there.
Yep.
So know that family pretty well. Mark coached her little brother, and now he's playing at OU. So there's just a lot of family connection there with the Kaufman and the OU and stuff. So I was really rooting for them, and I love her little sister. that.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So cute.
Like
she's so adorable.
That's like my favorite part of watching the games. So
no doubt.
we were paying mad attention, and like wifey was really into it. And like, are girls on tonight or guys on tonight, or should you bring down the computer and we'll have both of them going? Like you can, like it was pretty cool.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I've been a women's basketball fan for forever. Obviously, 2 daughters where I can raise and watching them hoop, but I just love good basketball.
Right.
And to some capacity, I've always said, because of their skill level and inabilities sometimes athletically to just jump over people and stuff, they have to really play basketball.
Correct.
So I enjoy their games actually more sometimes. So they've been hooping. But yeah, man, let's talk about the games in the Final Four. LSU versus Virginia, great game. Alexis Morris is an absolute hooper from LSU. She had 20. You know her story, bro?
I mean, from watching this a little bit, hearing some of it, but not like totally. Like I've heard some of the background stuff and the...
Real talk, real fast. Went to Baylor as a freshman. Kim Mulkey kicked her off the team because she was a cancer to the team, immature, and kind of an asshole. She went sophomore, junior year to a couple other schools, but knew she wanted to play for Mulkey. When Mulkey came to LSU, she called Mulkey and said, I want to come and play for you. And Mulkey was like, come on over. I got you, because I always loved you. And because she took responsibility as a freshman and wasn't blaming coaches for why she got kicked off the team. Yeah. That is a beautiful story there. That's a beautiful story. Absolute dog. And then the Bayou Barbie busted for 24 and 12 in that game. LSU was losing by 9 going into the fourth quarter. Teams that were losing by 9 points or more going into the fourth quarter were 400 and 284 in the tournament, I believe. Yeah. And they outscored Virginia Tech 29-13 to win that game. Like, big ups.
Yeah.
Iowa, South Carolina game, another crazy, crazy game. I did not see that one coming. I did not see Caitlin Clark busting for 40, but she had to do it.
So I'll make this kind of connection. Wifey, again, watching it, she can't stand Caitlin Clark because she egotist, like, you trash talks.
For sure.
And no matter who it is, she doesn't like people trash talking, because that's who my wife is. So... And I was like, you would have hated me because I talked a lot of trash.
I still talk trash.
I still
Are
talk
we
a lot
friends
of
right now, Christine Ray? I talk shit all day.
I talk a lot of trash if you see me play sports.
For sure.
So she was like, oh, I can't wait for them to go up against South Carolina because I feel like they're going to really beat her up a little bit and it'll be a little bit more physical.
I thought so too.
Was a little bit more physical.
I thought so too.
But that girl went out and dropped some points.
She dropped 41 points and blew up that 42-game winning streak. And she was talking that shit. Zia Cook had 24. Aaliyah Boston looked a little disengaged to me in that game.
I agree.
And to be completely honest, I think South Carolina was tired. 42 games, everybody's best shot. I think to some capacity they didn't take Iowa as seriously as they should, and I think Aaliyah Boston was very, very disengaged.
Iowa's an easy team to overlook because you think in your head if you just stop the rest of them, you might be able to. She's the Steph Curry, right? You can. Yep. Steph might go off, but if you can slow down the rest, the thing is that people don't realize about Iowa.
Their ladies can hoop.
The girl down low, what's her name?
Monica Sissio or whatever.
Yeah,
exactly. Wow. Celis.
She can hope. I mean, good moves in the post. There are other good shooters on that team.
They can shoot the lights out, dog. They can shoot the lights out.
It doesn't decide she wants to take and shoot it from where she wants to do. They can strokey dokes.
No doubt.
So, Iowa...
Strokey dokes. He's right.
Yeah. So, they're an easy team to overlook because you think it's just her, when actually Iowa is a pretty damn good team.
And they're going to be super nice again next year because Caitlin already said she's coming back. Duh. And then the national championship, blowout city. And it was over at halftime. LSU basically watched the South Carolina game and they were like, hell to the nah, we're about to punk these little girls for sure. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but that's kind of what they thought. There's some hood young ladies, we're about to punk them. That's what they thought. And they did it. It was 59-42 at halftime and they were shell-shocked.
Yeah, Iowa had that burst in the third quarter, which I knew was coming.
For sure, because they can shoot.
Now, here's what I will say, and I don't want to say on either side. The refs were rarely kind of ticky-tack calls throughout the whole game on both sides of the ball. They were not just letting the girls play. that technical foul that
the behind the back
that
pass?
she got called
Horrible.
on stopped that run that Iowa was on. As soon as that was a momentum killer. Not that they didn't have other chances to do it, but when both of your players, because Soren Stamp, whatever her name is,
Sellis.
Thank you, got a personal foul on that play. That was her fourth. Caitlin gets called for a technical, which is another
third.
That was her fourth as well.
Yep.
They both got their fourth personal foul on that play, which makes them play a little bit less aggressive.
No doubt.
So that was a momentum killer. So the refs was not a huge fan of, but that doesn't take away what LSU was doing, because they were also in foul trouble. And what's homegirl with the blonde Froey that hit the bank shot in at the end of the half?
Daisy Williams?
Sure. She was 5 for 5 for 3-point in the first half, and she did exactly what you're supposed to do when your starters get into foul trouble. She came in and just took
did
over.
her job.
Yeah.
Bench play 30-8 in that game. 22 points was the difference. 17-point win. Obviously, Alexis Morris came in and had 2 points in the first half. I don't think she got enough defensive credit in that game, because Caitlin had to shoot the ball a lot to get the points that she got.
She did.
She had 30, but it took her 22 shots. So big ups to LSU. Big ups to Coach Mulkey. 26-6 in her first year. Came in the second year and won 34 games. 34-2. She's got 3 with Baylor, 1 with LSU. Quick shouts on the takeaways. The women's game is evolving. It's beautiful to see. It was the highest scoring national championship ever. People are watching it. They said over 9.9 million views. I mean this with love, but Caitlin's messing the game up a little bit, kind of like that Steph Curry. I just see that there's going to be some 9-year-old little girls out there trying to pull from 40, and that kind of makes me nervous. I mean that with all love. It's evolving, but not everyone is Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. I don't think you understand, again, when I say with Steph, and we mentioned this in another show, how much practice that took for him to be able to have the muscle memory to shoot that way.
Thank you.
From anywhere.
Thank you. So mid-range game still matters, y'all. Remember that. Ask Butler from San Diego State. Trash talking, bro. What do you think of the back and forth banter between? Like, what do you? What do you think?
We talked about it. I was that way.
Asked if I was going to put it in here.
I know I did. That is part of that culture. Like Jay Will said it perfectly on Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max.
What he said.
That is what happens during games. Like that's part of that culture. It doesn't. You can take race out of that. Anything whatsoever. You're going to say something. That's also part of that psychological chess match that you play when you have someone guarding you, because you have the ability to throw somebody off their game. But also, if you can get past that and then stop me or score on me, I'm going to show you a lot of respect after the game.
No doubt.
That is part of it. Now, the double standard that I got to see with Reese and Clark, that was kind of hard to watch, because we see Caitlin Clark talk trash her whole college career. She's not going to
shoot it. She can't shoot. Like,
and again, I have no problems with that.
I love it.
Like, prove it to me.
No
I would have
doubt.
done the same exact thing.
No doubt.
To that player.
No doubt.
Now, Jay Will kind of put this in perspective for me. Now, Reese got a lot of backlash for what she did to Caitlin at the end of the game while showing the ring and you can't see me and all that kind of stuff.
That was a little extra, I can't lie.
The act of the trash talking, part of it. Following the player.
Exactly.
When you're up by 20, that's a little excessive. Doesn't need to be called a piece of shit for it. Like
not at all.
Dave Portnoy did. Doesn't need to be do that one. Again, kind of part of the game. That part was a little excessive, but I got to see people almost forget that Caitlin Clark does it and get praised for it, of her passion. And then the girls, the women's team of African American descent, get called hood, get called, whatever.
All the things. All the things.
That is my issue.
It's a huge issue.
You can say, oh, you should have followed her. That part of it I don't like.
But she's a young kid. She's 19 years old, 20 years old, and I get it. She'll learn from it and move on.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And what's nice about this part, she'll do this, then she'll get into the WNBA, get her moment that she'll get owned, because she's someone. That's all part of the circle of life.
Somebody gonna eat her up for sure. They gonna give her all of this.
Exactly.
They gonna give her
Someone
all of that.
will give it right back to her either next year in college.
They gonna say bye you Barbie, or like bye you Barbie. Talk all that shit.
See what he did there? Bayou, like LSU, like in the Bayou. Yeah, that was good.
They're going to give it to her for sure. Yeah. They're going to give her the business. Clark is back. Reese is back, sophomore. Liz Kitley from Virginia Tech is back. Paige Beckers is back. Like, the women's college basketball season is about to be crazy next year, dog.
I'll be paying attention all year.
And I absolutely cannot wait. On that note, we're going to take a quick break with the 317 Sports Project so we can get into the top of the key, which is also going to take a second. We will be right back, y'all. Holla, holla.
Holla, 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 holla.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Yeah. We are back with the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. It's April 1st, 2023 edition. Mulkey Madness. We just ran through a couple and we're about to get to the third part. Top of the key and around the world.
Top
Yo, let's get it, bro. NBA.
Hall of Flame. Wow.
Hold on, Cox and Flames. Let's do this all the way today.
Cox and Flames. Top of the key. NBA Hall of Fame. Inductees. Top ones, because I think there's like other ones that get inducted.
Let's talk about the ones that matter. Right. No disrespect. Y'all all matter. But there's rooms, you know what I mean? And some of y'all niggas are not in the same room as others.
So the list that we will be talking about today.
Too easy to get in.
D. Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol, Tony Parker, Becky Hammond. Okay? Let's just kind of talk about accolades, each of them.
Let's get it,
we'll
bro.
Talk about some stories. D. Wade.
Pop is in too, right? Popovich?
I meant to say him too. Popovich is in there too.
Okay, sure.
Drafted fifth overall. I can't speak today. Drafted fifth overall in the 2003 draft by Miami
What if
Heat.
he talked like that for real all the time?
All
we
the
would
time.
not be doing this show. I can tell you that.
No, that's how they teach you in theater, though, to enunciate like
Need
that.
more bass in your voice.
16-year career, played all but a few years with the Heat. The years that matter, he played with the Heat. Stats. Points, 23,165 points. That's 22 points a game. Yeah. Rebounds, 4,933, 4.7 rebounds a game. Assists, 5,700 basically, 5.4 assists per game.
He's a 22, 5, and 5 guy.
That's a 22, 5, and 5 guy.
That's a hell of a career, dog.
Accolades, and I just put a few. I'll click on the little Wikipedia. I have a link in here that's going to take me to more. I wasn't going to write it all out.
That would have been stupid.
Yeah. Accolades, 3-time NBA champion, 2006, 12, and 13. 2006 Finals MVP, 13-time All-Star. What else we got here? I mean, this list is crazy. I'm not going to say All-Star Game MVP. Who cares? 2-time NBA first team, 3-time second team, 3-time third team, 3-time all-defensive second team. He was an underrated defensive player as well.
Thank you.
NBA scoring champion in 2009, all-rookie first team 2004, and he's part of the 75th anniversary team.
Yeah.
Favorite D-Wade memory?
If I recall correctly, and I'm looking this up right now, but if I recall correctly, D-Wade dropped the dime or saved the pass on this play right here where Vince Carter Carter had the dunk. I think D-Wade did something in this play. I'm pretty sure. Did he save the ball? Did he steal the ball? Either way, I would say that this is probably one of my favorite D-Wade moments, and him taking over the whole entire NBA Finals in Dallas. No question about it. What's your favorite D-Wade moment?
Oh, man, there's a lot. So I was a huge Marquette fan when he was there.
Oh, wow. We're going back to
the way that he played, coming out and kind of, he was that put the body on the line and on the ground, kind of the first, like,
he was Ja Morant.
He was that Ja Morant type of guy. Favorite D-Wade moment, though. Oh, gosh.
I know, right?
I guess I'll just kind of say it. You have to almost put the alley-oop
that you do him to LeBron.
Right, him to LeBron and just kind of that.
There.
That's up there for sure.
That's up there.
But pre-LeBron, like D-Wade was
insane. Bro. Insane. Like too much.
One of my favorite all-time players, for sure.
Okay.
D-Wade is up there and one of my all-time favorite players to watch because I loved his game.
Before the knees.
All
right, what up with Dirk?
Dirk, drafted 9th overall in 1998, 21 seasons, all with the Mavs. He played some other seasons like in Europe and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to write all that in. Points, 31,560. That's 20.7 points per game. Rebounds, 11,489. 7.5 rebounds a game. Assists, 3,600. 2.4 assists per game. Accolades, 2011 NBA champ. Finals MVP 2011. MVP in 2007, which kind of should have probably gone again to his old point guard. What's his name?
Who, Jason Kidd? Steve Nash? Jason Kidd? That scared the shit out of me.
We're going to just keep that running.
100%. That's what we do. Steve Nash, Jason Kidd?
Yeah, Steve Nash.
So,
because there was that thing you like, Dirk got it, but Steve Nash probably should have repeated.
For sure.
14-time All-Star.
Who had the better career, him or Dwayne Wade? Looking at those things, who had the better career?
Dwayne Wade.
Okay. 31,000 points is a lot of points.
It's a lot of points, yeah, Dwayne Wade for sure.
Why so?
Dirk, I think I just like him better.
Me too.
Yeah, just to be honest with you.
Just to keep it all
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 4-time All-NBA first team, 5-time All-NBA second team, 3-time third team, part of the 50-40-90 club 2007, which is crazy.
Yeah.
NBA three-point champion in 2006.
Who?
Dirk.
Damn.
Yeah. 75th anniversary team as well. He has a bunch of European accolades as well. I'm not going to go into because, there's a lot of European accolades. This dude was a hooper. He just is great. It's Dirk.
Dirk.
You have any Dirk moments?
I don't really remember Dirk's career like that, bro.
I think the only
fadeaways and all that stuff.
The only one that I love is him hitting the fadeaway on the Lakers when Kobe was injured and he backed up into Kobe in the bench and Kobe smacked him on the side
and gave him some love.
Gave him some love on that one.
Real recognized real.
It was like, okay, yeah, that was a good. And Kobe's going, good shot. That was a good shot. That one would probably be my favorite memory just because it involves Kobe too.
Thank you.
Powell?
Yeah.
Drafted 3rd overall, 2001, 18-year career with Grizzlies, Lakers, Bulls, Spurs, and Bucks. 20,894 points, 17 points a game, rebounds 11,000, 9 rebounds a game, assists 3,900. I didn't even put how many that is game. That's fine. 2-time NBA champ, 2009, 2010, 6-time All-Star, 2002 Rookie of the Year. I'm not even going to pull up his Wikipedia.
You shouldn't. I prefer Mark
over Powell.
I do. I'm a bigger Mark Gasol fan than I am a Pau Gasol fan.
He won't make it to the Hall of Fame.
He will not, but I still think he has his game. I think he has more game.
Tony Parker,
super douchebag. I just want, before we even go here, you're a super douchebag. You did horrible things to your teammates' wives and wanted people out, all kicked off the team, super douchebag. Yeah. But congratulations.
Yeah, 20th overall pick in the 2001 draft. All but 1 year with the Spurs, finished career on the Hornets. 19,000 points, 15 points a game, rebounds 3,300, 2.7 rebounds a game, assists 7,000, 5 assists a game. 4-time NBA champ 2003, 2005, 2007, 2014. Finals MVP 2007. 6-time All-Star. Not going to pull up his stuff either.
Would never do it.
Yeah.
This is very San Antonio Spurs heavy this round.
Isn't it though?
It really is, bro.
Right.
Popovich.
Yeah, 50-year coaching career.
This is dope.
50-year coaching career so far. He's still coaching. 27 years as head coach for the Spurs.
It's too long.
That's a really long time.
It's too long.
Yeah. Accolades. 5-time NBA champs, 99, 2003, 2005, 2007, 2014. 3-time coach of the year, which I had forgotten about. 2003, 12, and 14. Rated top 15 coach in NBA history. Win-loss record is 1,361 wins to 750 losses as of me writing that. I think they actually won a game that night.
That's close to 2-1.
Correct.
That's very, I mean, you know, 1,500, but that's like, wow, it's a lot of wins.
Yeah. Where does he rank for you? In
He's top 5 easy.
For sure.
Not as like,
right?
that's why I looked at the top 15. Like, no. We're talking about Popovich.
We talked about too long for Pop.
That is too long. It's time to go.
It's too long. You usually, I mean, even Larry Bird said you need to have, which is why he stopped coaching the Pacers when he stopped coaching, even though they were so close.
You need
to change a voice.
100%.
The one thing I do love about him right now is that he's embracing teaching the young players for the Spurs and teaching them the right way, because Pop is actually a really good human. Like, hearing him be an advocate for things outside of the sport and mental health and this kind of stuff, like,
you right.
Like, Pop is a good person, no doubt. Period. So I love that he's not going, well, if you guys are in rebuild, let me go somewhere else. He's like, fair. You guys can either let me go or let me stay. It's up to y'all. Like,
I'm good.
Like, I'm good. I'll keep creating this coaching tree.
Go hang out on the farm if you want. Right, whatever you need.
I'll create other good coaches, and maybe then they'll go do something else. Like, he's just
his delegation is fire.
Oh, so like good.
He does delegate for sure.
Becky Hammond.
Speaking of which,
Becky Hammond, undrafted, and we're going to do this one. We get to do player and coach, right? So undrafted, 1999 WNBA draft, played first part of career with the New York Liberty. Stats: 13.9 points per game, rebounds 2.5, assists 3.8. 2009 being her first, which it wasn't that long ago. Or not, our best season, I should say. 19 points per game, 5 assists with San Antonio. Hence why she's stayed with San Antonio.
Preach.
Also, player. Here we go. 6-time All-Star, 2-time first team, 2-time second team, 2007 assist leader.
Wasn't drafted, y'all.
Wasn't drafted.
So I don't know if you heard that.
Wasn't drafted.
Okay.
Accolades. 2014 to 2022 assistant coach under Pop.
Fire.
We advocated for her. We were advocate for her to be head coach for the Pacers.
Because I love her.
2 seasons.
Because she's fire.
Because I think she should be in the NBA coaching.
Thank you.
But hey, what did she do? Her first year going over the WNBA for the Las Vegas Aces.
Put the Angel Reese on there.
Went ahead and just put. Let me go ahead and just go over here and win a championship real quick. So she won the championship and got coach of the year. And now she is in the Hall of Fame. Do you think she'll be the first women's head coach?
No doubt.
Yeah.
100%.
In the NBA. I apologize.
100%.
Yeah.
I think when Pop retires, they're going to be like, here's the keys.
Yeah.
And they should.
Yep.
That's a good ass list, bro. Besides Tony Parker, that's a fire list.
Yeah. And honestly, like, you got on there because of the championships you won and you were on those teams, but your stats aren't like.
Thank you.
Don't blow me away.
Thank you.
Like, it's not like you were averaging over 20 points.
Nope.
And even close to double-digit assists.
Nope. You were a very, very basic delegator. You averaged 15 and 5.
Yeah, you're on it because you had.
Thank you.
You got a Finals MVP.
You need to thank Tim. You need to thank Tim Duncan. You need to thank Manu. You need to thank Stack Jack, and you need to thank Popovich.
Yeah,
that's what you need to be doing right now.
Yeah,
because you're an asshole.
Sucking that dick.
Sucking them dicks. Hate that guy. Yep. He's worse. He's like Karl Malone to me. You know what I mean?
I can't stand that guy.
You feel me? Like, yuck. Wing shot. Man, you ready? Men's Final Four. Overall, like...
Yeah, it's fine.
Exactly. I almost don't even want to talk about it, which is why I put it down here in the show compared to the women's, because the women's Final Four was so freaking fire, man. Like,
we're gonna get to it, but I need to say something out loud because I got to get it off my chest.
Say it with your chest, my ninja.
I did not watch the national championship last night.
I'm not mad at you. You knew what it was gonna be, didn't you?
Knew not 1 minute.
I'm not mad. Isn't that sad?
I worked on this.
Isn't that crazy?
I worked on this.
That says it all right there.
Yeah.
San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic was the dopest game. Came down to a buzzer beater. I loved it. Coach Dutcher was like, I ran out of plays, so I trusted them to do the right thing, and they did. That was dope.
Yep.
UConn versus Miami game was boring. I don't even really want to talk about it much, quite truthfully. And the national championship was a disaster. It was blowout city. I almost went to bed at halftime, but I saw the homie Craig was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, I feel obligated because of our show. I need to like at least watch the second half so I can see what the hell was going on. I guess I had a feeling you weren't watching or whatever. I don't know.
I saw your tweet and felt better about it.
Right? You feel me? I was like, this is ridiculous. He's like, at least he's watching.
Yeah.
But he got to 60-55 and kept me interested, but I went to bed when they started going on that second run, and it was a wrap. So Takeaways from the tournament. I think the transfer portal and NIL will continue to level out the playing field for a bit, but I personally believe with all you all right?
Yeah, I was just
looking for something to fall off again.
Yeah,
I got it.
Just looking.
But I personally believe that building a program is where it's at. You look at Creighton, you look at FAU, you look at San Diego State, you look at Miami, you look at UConn. I think they're building programs, and I still believe that one and done stuff is not it. And I think the transfer portal will only help for a little while. Where are you at on that?
I think the transfer portal is the reason we saw the parity in the bracket this year.
Snarf.
You saw what you would normally see in these star players or decent players going to the blue chip teams.
Yep.
Kind of spread that out a little bit more.
Yep.
And so it made trying to plan or strategize for the teams you're going against a little harder.
Yep.
So it's a big reason why we had a 9 and a 4 in the finals.
Facts.
And no number ones. Now again, we knew Purdue was going to get beat first round. We called that like the beginning of the season
because we hate them.
Yeah. Now I just knew this coming in. This was going to be, and we talked about it a couple episodes ago, or last episode, whatever it was. This will be one of the hardest brackets anybody could fill out, and I think the transfer portal is the biggest part of that.
Snarf. UConn. Are they the best of the blue bloods right now, bro?
I've always been a UConn fan. I don't know what about
I'm
their
the opposite.
game.
That's so interesting because
Yeah.
besides the Khalid Al-Amin squad, I never really messed with UConn.
Yeah, UConn which is interesting. And I don't even want to say like I know a lot about their program, but for some reason they've always been my sleeper pick in a lot of my brackets. I will put them, whether they're a 9, a 3, a whatever, I will put them in because they're like that Michigan State team to me. Like their regular season will be okay, but for some reason in the tournament they can cause some issues.
I mean, 1 out of every 5 years, you're right, because they've won 5 since 1999. So at least, like 1 out of every 4 or 5 years is not bad to pick them, dog,
right.
For sure.
So like, yeah,
sure.
UConn just has one of those. I don't know if it's placement or whatever. They just know how to play in the tournament, and their defense is usually.
They beat the dog shit out of teams in this tournament.
Oh my gosh!
Like I think they won every game by 12 or more points. They won the national championship by 17 points. They beat Gonzaga by 30, dog.
Correct.
Like they gave no fucks.
That's also Gonzaga.
I mean, I love this guy. He's so right. So yeah, man, they've got 5 chips since 1999, and the effing Hurleys are back on top of basketball. Dan Hurley wins his first title. They had 31 wins this year, and he had to watch his dad and his brother, run college basketball and high school basketball forever. So big ups to him, man.
Yeah.
Overall, which was the better tournament, men's or women's?
Women's.
I agree. Should they make the men and women's final the same day? One earlier and one a little later?
No, because I think people will choose.
You don't think they would watch it like the AFC and the NFC? You don't think they would watch it like football?
I don't think we're there yet. I think we're in a place. Yes, we would. Oh my God, I don't think just the standard fan who hasn't really bought into the women's side yet will be like, I'll at least check it out. I think this gave the women the platform to have it Sunday night. It was the highest rated women's basketball game ever. Right?
Yeah, bro.
Highest scoring national championship women's ever. 100 and 3 points, 100.
Do you think the fact that it was mad black versus mad white had anything to do with it?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
I think the energy in the building was so split. Like I think Iowa, when they finally went on a run, that you heard their fans, you heard LSU. Now it was very LSU heavy. I'll be very, very honest. But it just felt different this year, and I don't think that you'd want to put, as of yet, the men's on that to see, I don't think we're ready yet. I think we need to keep giving them the platform. I think we're closer, but I don't think we're there yet.
Such a dope day, bro. I think, can you imagine if they played in the same city and they played in you know what I mean? They had the national championships, both games were back to back at 3:30 and 7:30 or something. That would be freaking insane.
I would love to see it. I don't know that we're there yet, but I would say in the next 3 to 5, you're gonna.
Oh, that'd be so dope. Big ups to the women. I had so much fun this year with you watching you play. You know what I'm saying? Corner shot.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Politically correct.
Yeah. NBA news, CBA update. Okay. Collective bargaining agreement got decided on last Saturday.
Yep.
Right. What is today?
Tuesday.
Sure. 7-year collective bargaining agreement. Put that in there Saturday morning. There you go. Key elements. I'll kind of do some highlights here. Curbing the ability of the highest spending teams to continue running up the salary and luxury tax spending while still maintaining mechanisms to add talent to their roster. It means those teams that already have those big contracts on it, they'll be able to do the buyouts less, adding to their team when it's already fire. Like, it's going to be tough to do so.
Got you.
Got to spread out the wealth a little bit.
That's beautiful.
It'll be hard for teams like Golden State and Clippers to keep adding to the roster they already have. No longer able to use mid-level exceptions, utilize cash in trades, moving first-round picks in drafts that are 7 years away, signing free agent players in buyout market, taking on more money that is being sent out in trades. They're making it more even.
Love that.
Counter that, the CBA focuses on increasing opportunities for the vast majority of teams, both above and below the salary cap, new spending and trade opportunities for teams at mid and lower spectrum of payrolls, which is great.
I fucks with that.
To curb load management. We have seen CBA has added a minimum of 65 games to be played to be eligible for postseason awards, including all NBA teams and MVP.
You can only miss 17 games.
What's great about that
can only miss 17
is
games.
Remember I'll say great, interesting about that is remember that most contracts will have players get a bonus for making all NBA teams.
For sure.
Or winning awards.
For sure.
It makes them eligible for a super max deal or not a super max deal. We saw that happen with Paul George. So
let me get that money, please. Let me get that money.
Exactly. So that is going to be very interesting. I actually love that new rule.
Let's fire.
I think we should not be awarding people that are sitting most of the season. I
played 35 games and averaged 35 points a game. Fuck out of here.
There's some fine print in that like there's some situations that it still could work, but you have to pay at least 65 games.
I love it.
In season tournament coming as soon as 23-24 season. Pool play games baked into the regular season schedule starting in November. 8 teams advance to a single elimination tournament in December. Final 4 will be held at a neutral site with Las Vegas prominent in the discussion. Each game would count towards regular season standings. The 2 finalists would ultimately play in an 83rd game that would not count in the regular season, and those teams would get incentives, awards, money.
What is the point of this tournament?
Have something catchy for people to keep watching during the regular season. That's it.
But it doesn't incentivize them.
You get money if they win.
That's not an incentive for these fools. Okay. All right. Good idea.
This is more for fan to me.
Feels a little circusy.
A little bit,
right? Feels like a little extra.
I don't know if that lasts. I think that'll happen for a couple years, and then you see that fade away.
Shit. Feels like something Vince McMahon would do.
Yeah. I'm not even going to really go into. There's a lot more into the collective. I have the link to go into more details. I think those are the key components of it that people will go oh, okay.
No doubt. No, that was good. I followed that because I was wondering what the hell was going on with some of that stuff. But I love the 65 games. I love that they're load management. That's so crucial. This in season tournament's a little different to me, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be fun.
I love the curbing the contracts. That really, really like that.
For sure.
There was actually even more into the other big part of that. I forgot to even write that. This is why I put the link in. They are going into in both the NFL, NBA, the Players Association. What do you call it? Their Players Union, whatever called. NBA PLPA.
What is it? The Players Association. Is it NBAPA? The National Basketball Association Players Association? What is it?
Yes, NBAPA.
Is that right?
NBPA.
That was a total freeze.
NBPA.
Okay.
Thank you. Jeez. They are going to be able to switch from being able to do 3 max players on a team to 2 max players on a team. So that is the other big one. So teams like Golden State that have a Draymond Green, a Klay Thompson, and a Steph Curry, you're going to only see them 2 max players.
Phoenix Suns, nope.
Exactly. So that is the
Clippers,
new part of that agreement. So you'll see it'll be hard for those big free agents. You got to spread this wealth, man. You got to spread that out a little bit.
Oh, that's so dope.
That was the other big
That's beautiful. That right there is a good way to end this Around the World segment. That's a good ass Around the World. That's one of my favorites for sure. Yeah. We will be right back after this messages, and we'll be after these messages, and we can get into Naptown news, baby.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Yeah. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project, presented by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. You guys know what it is. We're out here cleaning kicks, painting kicks, doing ISO restorations, and a bunch of other dope services. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneaker heads. Do yourselves a favor, y'all. Give us a follow over there at cleankicks.614 on Instagram for shizzle. Naptown news, dog. Yeah. Yo. So we're going to do the Colts this time before the Pacers. Okay. I don't know why I flipped it, but I just wanted to flip it.
Sure. It's your favorite one yet.
You said, who say what?
It's your favorite one yet.
It's different. I saw an article on Colts Wire. Big ups to Kevin Hickey. And it stated that the Colts organization, and I put in parentheses, maybe mostly Ballard, said the timing wasn't right for us to trade for the #1 pick. My questions are this. You ready? Mm-hmm. What the hell does that mean? Mm-hmm. The second question is that because of what we would have had to give up? But we'll get into like if Pops was the GM, what would we do? Mm-hmm. And my third question is if now isn't the time, when the fuck is?
Yeah.
You want to go through those question by question, or how you want to do this?
I have a feeling that knowing Ballard and how he does drafts, right? We saw him do exactly as I thought he would last draft, and then they're doing the trade back and doing all of that stuff.
You're absolutely right.
He's a guy that wants to gain picks and not let go of picks to make a move.
Okay.
At 4, he feels like he can still get one of the better QBs in the draft.
When you say that, who do you mean?
He's looking at all the top 4. He's looking at Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
He's looking at those 4 guys. Now, here's the issue with that. You would want to be able to have a choice between a couple of those guys. And what may happen, we've already seen one team trade up that needed a QB in Carolina. So then the choices get limited because the Bears weren't going to pick a QB. So you're hoping they would just go pick their defensive person, but they did a smart GM thing, trade back, get more picks, and now they can just keep bolstering their roster.
And a fire wide receiver.
At 2, the Texans are going to draft a QB. Now there's rumors out there that they may not, but again, we're in that whole time frame where people be lying. So there's leaked information, there's false information that gets leaked to just make it so people are off their day, off their whatever, their strategy. So
he's right.
Because I'll say this. If the Texans stay at 2 and don't draft their QB, that will come full circle in me just saying that is the worst run team I've ever seen in my life. Because they have been, and it looks like they may continue to be if that's true. Now, more than likely, they're going to draft one of their QBs there. Now, Cardinals at 3. They've already said they're going to keep, what's his name?
Kyler Murray.
Sure. They're already going to keep, he does nothing for me. They're already going to keep Kyler. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
They're going to keep Kyler Murray, so that they're probably more than likely that. Now, the other rumor that's going on right now is that the Titans, because old boy's on the last year of his contract, and they're ready to reset because they have a new GM, that they might try to work with the Cardinals to trade up to the 3rd pick, which then is another team that might get another QB before us. So we get left with whatever scraps are on the table.
Thank you.
Instead of having a choice and actually being able to go who fits better for our team instead of we'll just draft what's left.
Thank you.
That's my only issue with it. Do I think we can work with any of those guys in the top 4? Yes. But I do think some fit better than the others.
I think Steichen has a preference or two.
Correct.
Let's just be real.
I would rather have choices than leftovers.
I love that. Okay, so if you're the GM of Chicago and you asked us to trade up, what do you think we would have had to have given up?
You're giving up either DeForest Buckner or you're giving up JT.
Okay.
Those are the 2 players that they would probably are asking for, and I'm sure that'll not come out, but I'm sure that was being discussed. I do think Ballard had the discussion, but I'm sure the Bears were like, well, let's see if we can get another player. We need a running back. Might as well get DeForest Buckner. They were going to give up too much, and honestly, I don't know that I would have done it
for us to move up 3 picks.
For 3 picks. I don't know that I would have done it either.
All right.
Because I am one of those guys. I am kind of a GM mind.
You are.
I know the business. I also want more picks if you can get them.
Okay.
Now, where are we at?
Would you rather have Will Levis or more picks? You feel me?
I would almost rather go, we're in a complete rebuild, which we are, get more picks. You can see what Hendon Hooker does. Or we just say fuck it and go, we got Gardner Minshew, and you have a lot more quarterbacks coming out next year.
I don't disagree. All right, what'll happen now?
I just don't know.
You feel me? You feel me?
I don't know. I'll say this. If the one hope that you have is that one of those top teams, either the Texans or the Carolina Panthers, choose what you don't think that they're going to choose. They go, hey, let's get Anthony Richardson because he has the highest ceiling. That'll leave Bryce Young to fall down. That'll leave CJ Stroud to fall down a spot. It gives us more choices. If you have one of them go, I want Will Levis because we like his arm talent, that's your hope. The Texans would be the one that I would think would do something.
Texans is second?
Second.
Who's third?
Cardinals.
The first 2 teams hate our guts.
Correct.
Let's just keep that in mind.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But again, they're going to pick for what they want to pick. So you would hope that you would go, would Carolina like to see the upside and the culture that is Carolina? They already had a, what's his name, be their quarterback.
Cam Newton
and that type of quarterback. You have another Lamar Jackson type player coming in. He would fit in the culture, fit in that thing. People will go out and see him.
His sales pitch is phenomenal, right? But the answer is nah.
No. But again, that's what you hope. If you stay pat at 4, that's what you hope. One of them choose one of the players that we don't want at 4.
Or you hope the Texans just keep on Texans. Keep on Texans. Just keep on Texans.
You know what? Will is pretty good. He fits at the Texans.
For sure.
Because honestly, that's probably the team that he fits. Texans, I need you to be Texaning.
No doubt.
Because I think Will's your guy.
No doubt.
And it'll allow those things where we have more choices of the quarterbacks we actually want.
Fair.
Now, if we're left with Will and that's our only choice, what would I do compared to what will happen are probably 2 different things. I'm probably trading back, getting more picks, which most people won't like me saying that because I don't believe in Will Levis's not talent, his personality, period.
Okay. All right. So stay at 4, huh?
Yeah.
Stay at 4. Hope one of them falls.
Yeah.
Holy cannoli. I'm not mad at that.
Now, here's the thing. If Titans go above a third team that hates our guts in the top 3, if they go above us, we're screwed.
We're going to Gardner Minshew for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
If that happens, we're probably trading back.
Yep. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Pacers news, my ninja. What's going down with them?
Pacers officially eliminated from the playoffs. Carlisle sat Ty, Miles, Duarte, and others, gave young guys, which they're all young, so it's kind of hard to say young guys, gave other guys a chance to get some playing time, start, mix up the rotation, get some minutes. Also gave us a chance at a better pick in the draft.
I'm not mad at that. Where are we right? Oh, we put it down here a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Team
not
overall grade?
I'm not mad at that decision. We still won 12 plus more games than we did before.
What I love about this, what everybody's been wanting to happen, Carlisle put Benedict back into the starting lineup.
Yep.
To see what he learned by being the sixth man, getting a chance, moving back.
Yep.
That takes, when you
Getting
know
hurt.
you're talented as he is, that's a deflation of your ego a little bit, which is exactly why Carlisle did it. Because if you're going to coach, you got to be able to be coached.
Hoo-wee.
So.
And you got to coach everybody.
Everybody.
For sure.
So now he's come out, he's played so well the last few games. Averaging about 18, 19 points a game again in the starting lineup, which is great. But he's also picking, he's assisting more.
Sure.
He looks a little bit more part of the team.
Engaged.
Instead of, let me just go get my stats.
No doubt.
Which is very important.
He was trying to get that rookie. He was trying to get that Rookie of the Year award.
Which it's still possible.
He still might.
Yeah.
Overall team grade. That's very, very difficult for me. Young squad. Basing this on overall games played. They won 34 basketball games, did not make the playoffs, but there were some strides that were made. I'm probably a C+.
I was right in that CC plus range.
I'm probably a C+. Can't quite give them a B- without making the playoffs.
No.
But they're not a C-. They're not a D squad. I'm probably a C+ this year for sure, because there were some things that happened. There were some strides that were made, and they are very, very young.
And then I put this in the next question. Worst, best players of the season. Who shined? Who fizzled?
Jack and Jay Smith did not impress me this year.
Yeah, those were my two as well. Jack lost out on minutes mainly. Now, here's the thing. I don't know that I put that completely on Isaiah Jackson solely because he didn't get a lot of playing time.
But why did he not get a lot of playing time?
Because Jalen Smith, they signed in the offseason to be the four. Realized that he was not ready to be that starting four next to Miles. Lost all of his minutes.
100%.
Then old boy that they got, what's our other center's name? No.
Center. Taze?
No. He was gone. He was on the roster. He didn't get play at all. They got in the Celtics trade.
Tice. Mike Tice?
No. Guy with all the tattoos. White dude. Everybody was like, why is he starting over Pacers roster? What the hell's his name? Yeah, you're right. Daniel Tice. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. He then started because of really veteran leadership. That's why he
1 billion %.
That's the only reason. Veteran leadership. He had some good games too, so people were crying about it.
He can shoot.
He had some pretty good games. He also had some bad games, but he had some pretty good games. So Isaiah Jackson fell completely out of the rotation.
Puff, puff, pass.
More so because they wanted a veteran presence in that role than is he ready to do it. Then he would come in and you would see the reason why people were like, hey, we need to put him in. Now, the thing with Isaiah Jackson's game right now, it is very rough and unpolished.
Spurty.
It's very spurty. Great at rebounds, can get you a block, but he's an exciting play type of a guy. The thing is that exciting plays will happen 3-4 times a game, and then he'll get lost on the floor. So he needs to work more on his post moves. He gets into foul trouble a lot.
He gets very disengaged very quickly.
Correct.
For sure.
And he's little.
He's very skinny.
He's very skinny.
He is. He's very skinny.
He gets pushed around a little bit by guys bigger than him.
Snarf.
But exciting. Has a bright future as a rotational player. He just needs some playing time. And he's getting that right now. He's in the starting unit the last few games.
That's well said. Draft. What you got?
Right now, we have 5 picks in next year's draft. And I kind of put some questions, yes, because of the Cavs pick and all that kind of stuff.
We don't know where we would pick, though, right? We don't know where we are, right?
As it stands right now, no, because it's still finalized. As it stands right now, we would have the 6th pick of the draft.
Wow.
We are tied with 4 different teams with the same record, right? Let me pull that up. I should have had that link right there, and I apologize to all of the fans out there. I love you all.
It's okay. You're not a perfect player.
Pacers. How do I find that? NBA standings. Thank you. There is a button for it. League. Okay, we have We are 34-45.
Yep.
So
3 games to go.
Correct. Also, the Orlando Magic, Wizards, Utah Jazz are all in that area. Right now, we would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be in the 6th spot right now.
Okay.
Portland's ahead of us by 1 game. I like how we're looking at inverse standings now to see where we'll pick.
I love that.
They are a half a game below us.
Right.
For the 5th pick in the draft. So we have, 5 games left? 3 games left of the regular season. And then we will be done. We will then know where we pick. Now, we've got, I will pull up NBA draft order. Tankathon. Right now we sit at the 6th pick, the 25th pick, the 29th pick, the 32nd pick, and the 55th pick.
We have 3 first-round picks.
We have 3 first-round picks. And I put a couple questions in here. Do we trade any of those picks plus a player or just the picks to move higher? Do you just let it ride? Or do you trade those picks for a actual player out there, a veteran?
I like that one. I like trading. The first question, it kind of depends on who's coming out, but I don't know that anybody coming out is what we need.
Am I doing a Pacers draft this time?
You have to.
Because we didn't. You were out of town. You were in Philadelphia.
I sure was.
So
I think we go get a fire veteran. Because I think we have enough pieces that somebody dope would want to come play here.
The one person that I really, really think that is a high possibility is OG Anunoby. Indiana connection. You see him unhappy, and he really wanted to be traded at the trade deadline. And I think whatever deals that they had or wanted it, they weren't getting what they should get for him.
Facts.
We have the picks to go get a player like that for the first time. So it's not like we're losing out on picks or doing whatever.
And we have the squad that he'll come here and want to play with.
You've already seen him cover mouth talking to Halliburton and stuff after they played. I think he wants to come back to Indiana, and I think he fits our structure very, very, very well. He can play the 3 and the 4 there.
How do you spell his name?
I just type in OG and a something, and it'll pop up, I guarantee you. There you go. He's 25. Yeah.
He sure is.
Yeah, still a young guy. Miles is still older than him at 27.
Yeah,
come on now.
And he's strong.
Strong. Defensive first player, but his offensive game has come a long way.
No doubt. 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog, for sure. He played at 3 position. He would lock that down. Tyrese, Ben Mathurin, and OG, and Miles at the 5.
Mm-hmm. But really, and they play him at 4 sometimes.
So you got Noir at the 3. Oh my God, that's a squid odd.
You can, depending on what your matchup is on the other side,
that's a squid odd.
Yeah.
And I also got to get to TJ McConnell. I didn't give enough. I didn't give him enough credit.
Hell of a season.
Is that it? Is that all we got for the Pacers talk?
That's really it. Because right now we're in that in between.
Ain't really nothing going on
to talk about. It is what it is. We're out of the playoffs, which a lot of people wanted us to be. I was still on the other side that wanted to see them play in the play-in tournament.
Fair.
But Carlisle was one of those. We're going to choose health over making it. If they would have gotten into play-in, you would have seen them come in and play.
No doubt.
They could have played the last 3 games.
They really could have.
But they were like, let's just see what the young guys do. If they get us there, we'll try.
I love it.
So
I love it. The fine print.
Yeah.
WWE.
I'm a huge wrestling fan.
And the UFC.
Yeah.
Are freaking merging, people.
It's interesting. So the parent company, so obviously it's not like you're going to see WWE itself and UFC like do stuff together.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh,
the parent company that and the WWE ownership have merged, basically.
Okay.
So they're owned by the same company.
That makes sense.
Endeavor Group Holdings.
$21.4 billion, y'all.
Yes. Vince McMahon, this will be if anyone knows Vince McMahon, crazy dude. But I need to show you that video. Did you see? Probably not. He did an interview. Him and the guy that runs Endeavor did the interview of like talking about the merge, and I don't know if it was his publicist or whoever told him to like. He's 77, 70,
I don't know.
Something like that.
It gotta be.
I'm not an avid fan of wrestling anymore. I'll like watch big events, or more so I'll get on TikTok because people will post the thing live feed on there, and I'm like, oh, what's going on in WrestleMania? So I did that this weekend, and I was talking to a buddy at work of mine, and I was like, I'll tell you what, WrestleMania felt like it did back when I used to watch, when Stone Cold and all those guys. No doubt. And I was like, I might start watching wrestling again. Like it pulled me in. I was really into it. Matches were fantastic. Snoop was there. Like it's amazing how many guys are still secret wrestling fans. That like all these rappers and stuff you're seeing there. Like Snoop was out there giving people's elbows to the Miz and entertaining. It was awesome. Great production. Awesome show. Then this got announced. Now, I've been watching enough where I see highlights of WWE, even though I'm not watching the shows, Raw and SmackDown like I used to in NXT and stuff. Vince McMahon has gray hair because he's 77 years old. I don't know if his publicist said, hey, new year, new you.
No, he didn't. I'm so scared.
And he has jet black hair and dyed even his mustache jet black. He looked like a 1920s like oil baron. Like like I'm surprised it didn't curl up on the sides, and he was like,
Lord.
So I don't know who told him to do that. You should watch that out though. Vince, you good? You're good. We know you're in your mid to late 70s.
Damn near 80, bro.
But I'll say this. It's big because this is the first time WWE has been in the McMahon family for about 70 years. His dad ran it. Then he took over, was the commentator and owner. Looked like Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon, his kids, were going to take over when he retired. He did step away after he got into some allegations last year of all of his misconducts in his marriage. And then he came back because he didn't want to. He just hid for a little while and was like, I think his coast is clear now. I'll come back out and then I'll sell the company.
It's not clear.
So we see you came back out of hiding. You had a jet black mustache. We still know it's you, by the way. Like it didn't have wasn't wait on the run. Yeah, it's like you've been hanging out with the Chiefs mascot fan, right? Okay, you were the getaway car. I see what you did there. Still know it's you, buddy.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. You ready for this second part of the fine print? If you had to vote for the NBA MVP right now, who gets your vote? Embiid, Joker, or Giannis?
Embiid, because he should have won it at least twice. One of the 2 years that Joker got it in the last 2 years. Embiid is, to me, the standard of what the NBA center should be now, period.
Indeed.
Indeed, Embiid. Joker does nothing for me as an NBA player. His game is...
He's a walking triple-double.
Well, so Zach Edey. He's big. Now, he's talented. I'm not taking... I mean, he's talented.
Joker can hoop.
He can hoop.
He can hoop.
But his game doesn't do anything for me. He just doesn't.
Does Luka's?
I'm losing less and less passion for Luka.
Thank you. That's exactly why I said it.
Yeah, I'm losing less and less passion
Luka's
for
kind
Luka.
of a bitch to me, man.
He's a little bit of a bitch. He's out of shape.
He's not a team player.
No.
He's not a team player.
No.
All right, good talk.
They're both stat stuffers to me.
Thank you.
That's what both of them are. It'll look good on paper, but when you watch it, and he'll have big plays every now and then. But again, if your team, and again, Joker, I'll go, that's why I hate that MVP is a regular season award sometimes, because if you then lose on the playoffs every single time, then you're not much of an MVP to me.
He's speaking that gospel.
Period.
All right.
So, Embiid, you're my MVP, and I think he's actually going to win it this year because they're going to do the same thing they did to Giannis when he won back-to-back. Got to change it up. Same thing with Russell Westbrook when really he'd average a triple-double the next year as well. Got to change it up. They're going to change it up.
LeBron for a decade because he should have won the MVP pretty much from everywhere from like 04 to 14 or whatever it was. But you got to change it up.
Got to change it up.
All right, dog. Dope episode, man.
It's a good show.
That was a phenomenal show.
Good show.
We're going to drop this joint Friday, April 10th at 10 a.m. on all of the platforms. But I don't even know why I'm telling you that, because you guys will see it because it'll already be out. But yo, man, big ups to you, Pops. Thank you so much for your help in filling out the sheet. You did great.
Thank you.
You did a great job. Fantastic notes.
I took a pill.
Pills help. I don't know what else to say. Pills help. Our next episode is this the joint? Is this the one? Because it's going to be
2 weeks will be the NFL draft episode.
Ooh, man.
I have a lot of prep to do in the next 2 weeks.
That's what's up.
So,
I mean, I'm here to help whatever you need, but this is definitely a Pops exclusive Pops Presents joint for sure. Yep. Spike Lee joint. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. 317 Sports Project will be back in a couple of weeks. We had a blast with y'all. We'll see you for episode 27. Mock draft shit. Holla.
Peace.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pimping all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen, that little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true.